Analysts have some very positive price predictions for Shiba Inu coin right now, potentially 3x gaining in value as long as it's able to break out of the current pattern. Now, we're going to be talking about that pattern in this video. I also want to say that technical analysis does do a very good job of indicating what could happen, but it does not indicate what is guaranteed to happen. So we need to understand that Shiba Inu coin is going to be at the mercy of the overall cryptocurrency market, the overall sentiment, and right now, that is neutral. 49, almost straight up and down. So let's go over what's happening with SHIB, and if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. Now, Shiba Inu coin could triple in value as a breakout pattern emerges. And we're going to talk about that pattern in a second here, but I do want to say that Bitcoin is still doing very well, coming up over the last week, testing some fresh highs, and as soon as it gets back up to this 111,000 level, we'll be testing all-time highs. So we got to pay attention. It is very bullish right now. Things are looking very good, and of course, investors are very optimistic. It says SHIB trades near critical support with technical patterns suggesting a potential rally to 2,500 points per coin despite whale selling pressure. So, too long didn't read version. Shiba Inu coin forms a descending wedge and double bottom pattern that could drive the price 2,500 points per coin. The current price of 1137 faces critical support at 1100. The RSI and the MACD indicators show bullish divergence despite recent selling pressure. Large holders continue reducing their positions, and short-term consolidation is expected between 11 and 1,250 points per coin. So, going on, it says technical analysts have identified two key chart patterns that could drive SHIB higher. The first is a descending wedge formation that has been forming or developing over the last several months. This pattern typically signals an upcoming breakout to the upside. The second pattern is a double bottom around that 1,000 point per coin level. This classic reversal pattern suggests the cryptocurrency has a strong support level. The neckline of the double bottom sits around 1,700 points per coin. So, if you're looking at the descending wedge, you can see that right here. Shiba Inu coin is almost forming into that bottom of the wedge. And also a double bottom right here at about that 1,000 point per coin level. Both of which would indicate that Shiba Inu coin could reverse. Now, the only thing that we have standing in our way is some of the indecision, right? If you look at the Fear and Greed Index currently sitting at a level of 49, it is not bullish. No, it is not bearish either. So, investors, traders, they're sitting there lacking direction, lacking clarity. And if we look at the overall headlines, with institutions buying Bitcoin, with governments buying Bitcoin, the overwhelming evidence is that Bitcoin is bullish. We simply have to get through this little lack of sentiment right now. So even the technical indicators are supporting a bullish case with the relative strength index and the moving average convergence divergence, or MACD, producing bullish divergences there. Now it goes on to say that whale activity is creating a little bit of headwinds as investors who hold between 1 million and 1 billion tokens have steadily decreased their positions throughout 2025 so far. Now, in my opinion, right, that's not necessarily bearish if new holders come in. Right? If we're losing a lot of sentiment between old holders, but we're not replacing them with new holders, that's bad. If Shiba Inu coin is able to maintain its price action, yet we're losing some of the holders out there that have been holding for years, it's all right. We're replacing them. So it does all depend on I guess, the viewpoint of how many new holders and how many total holders are coming in for Shiba Inu coin. Now, the outlook remains mixed at the moment, especially short term, as investors are looking for direction, and that coincides perfectly, guys, with what is going on with the Fear and Greed Index as well, sitting at a level of 49. Look, once we get back up into bullish territory, people will be willing to buy again. Once altcoin season begins to tick back up, people will be willing to buy again. During times of fear or during risk-off periods, it's very difficult to get meme coins to move higher because you need a conducive, or an environment conducive to growth, an environment conducive to risk, and that usually happens when people are very greedy. Now, with that, I continue to accumulate. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and worry. I'm not gonna sit here and fear. I'm not gonna sit here and wonder what's gonna happen next. I believe in cryptocurrency long term. Therefore, I continue to buy. One of the places that I'm buying is the KCEX exchange. Another thing that I'm doing is buying a lot of these little tokens. These little tokens have been doing a great job over the last couple of months, and they might not be as slow and steady gainers, but they're absolutely volatile, and there's a lot of opportunity to make money in some of these smaller, higher risk but higher reward opportunities like Bitcoin Bull. Now, I'm so excited about Bitcoin Bull because, of course, in 2 days, 19 hours, this ICO is going to be coming to an end, and the current price is 0.258 cents. They've raised $7.5 million so far. And if you guys are interested in buying in as well, you can click that link in the description below, buy with crypto or buy with card, and connect your wallet. Now, I like to connect via Best Wallet. It is completely up to you guys how you want to download or how you want to connect your wallet there. You get a link to download Best Wallet if you need it. But nonetheless, I'm excited about Bitcoin Bull because I get rewarded in Bitcoin. I'm going to get Bitcoin airdrop to my wallet. How does it work? So I have bought into Bitcoin Bull already. And when Bitcoin Bull hits 150,000, or when Bitcoin hits 150,000, sorry. When Bitcoin hits 150,000, I'm going to receive an airdrop. When Bitcoin hits 200,000, I'm going to receive an airdrop in Bitcoin. Why? Because you hold it in Best Wallet, and also because I bought during the ICO, or during this community sale. If I buy after it launches, it does not count. So you have to make sure that you buy Bitcoin Bull during the ICO and hold it in Best Wallet if you want to qualify for those airdrops. I qualify. I want to know if you guys qualify. I want to know if you're getting in. I want to know if you believe in Shiba Inu coin rising up and potentially hitting that 2,500 point per coin mark. Let me know. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.